let's continue. So in our previous episode, we stopped on this unit where we tested, um, we're testing the unit and we tested all these endpoints. I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this. Before that, let me just make sure I've saved this endpoint. So always just save them so that when you duplicate, they actually remain there. So I'm just going to go here and duplicate this one. Okay. And for this folder, just name it units. Okay. Then for this copy, I'm just going to name it as brands. So just go ahead and test the brands. Okay. So the first one is going to be create brand. So just come here and here just say brands. Change this one, create a brand. And for the brand, we just have API view and brand. Let's go to this. So we just need only two things. We don't need this. We just need a name of a brand. So I'm just going to name just the brands we are familiar with. For instance, I'm just going to say Airtel. So here's going to be Airtel. So just go ahead and send this. Okay, so you can see that the brand Airtel has been created. Let's call another one that is Safaricom. Even this one, Safaricom. Create this. And last, let's create the test one. We're just going to delete test and then here test. Okay, so if we just go here to save this, I'm just going to go and save. So just go to get units. This one is going to get brands, and we can just come here v1 brands and let's send. Just come down here, so you can see we have test, Safaricom, and Airtel. Nice. Get a single, so I'm just going to go get here this test. Before we go very further on creating brand, you can again send this. You'll see that this brand test already existing. Okay, so we can just instead go and say we can just go ahead and just go to get single brand. So change this one to get single brand, and then we just get put here brands, and then let's go here and get this for this. Okay, we started by just leaving and we put just an unknown here. This one, you can see something went wrong. Wait, I just want to actually put the one that was there, this one. Brands. Okay, brand does not exist. Okay, the brand does not exist for all four. I'm just going to go here and you provide let's provide this actual brand. So you can see the brand test is here. So the single getting this single one is okay. Let's go ahead and update this here. So first of all, pass in the ID. If you just go here and you say brands, and let's go to update. Okay, and we start by just getting this. We can just say that if you pass in the test and test updated, so you can see the brand does not exist because of the ID. Let's add an actual ID, and you can see test updated. So updating is working, and let me save this. And then finally, let's go ahead and delete this. So you can just say brands. And if you try to delete a non-existing ID, you can see brand does not exist. And you can just go ahead now put this existing brand, and that one is done. If I just go to get single brand, send, now the brand does not exist. Okay, great. So we have also brand tested all of it. I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate brands, and let's just name these categories. So here is going to be categories. Okay, so start with creating category. So here create a category, and this is going to be categories. And in the category, we just also send the same like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and create like the categories here. Let's just say take for instance for the e-commerce, I'm just going to create for instance electronics. This one will be electronics. Okay, electronics. So you can just go ahead and just go to API categories post, and you pass the name and the slug. This should just work. Let's create the second one, which is going to be, for instance, fashion. Here's going to be fashion. Create. And lastly, we can just like pass in the test, and here test. Okay, and then just go to save this. Let's just go to create brands. This is going to be create categories, get categories, sorry, categories. Here's going to be categories, gate, and you can just see you have test, fashion, and electronics. Get single, category. So here in get single, just make sure you use categories. If you try to get this that does not exist, they just say category does not exist. If we pass in the ID that exists like this one, oh, okay, let me just go and get just a category, one of these categories, this one. Just go get this. Okay, so you can see this category exists. You can of course save these ones. I'm just going to go and get update category. And if you just try to go here, so this should be categories. So if you try to update in an existing category, just like this and like this, you can see category not found. So let's put the actual ID here. And you can see here test updated. It has been updated. Okay. Lastly is deleting the category. So if you just go here, it has to be categories. If you try to delete in an existing category, they will not accept this passing this. And you can say success true. If you want to confirm it has been deleted, go back here and find it. It is not existing. So we're also done with the category here. So go ahead and delete the duplicate categories, and you're just going to put the products. So here just have the products. And you're just going to start with create product. So here's going to be products. Okay. Body. And here you're just going to provide a lot of things. Just go to the product here. And let's go to where we have all these things. Okay, just copy everything just like this. And let's go ahead and paste all these ones. So name, we already have it, plus the slug. Okay, description. Okay, so just go ahead and just say, for instance, under electronics, we can just go ahead and create maybe a laptop. Okay, HP laptop. And then slug is going to be HP laptop. And in the description, we're just going to go ahead and say that this is the best laptop. This is the best laptop. Batch number. Okay. You can just have the batch number of 3, 4, 5, just like this. That can be a batch number. And then we can just have, is it a batch number, a string or something? Schema. Let's check the batch number. Okay, so batch number is a string. Okay, so you have a barcode. So it's not a must to provide a barcode, but I just provide it. So BXY, let me say 661. Okay, just remove the space. And then the image. And by the way, we need to provide a default image. Okay, we need to provide a default image. Normally, what I normally provide is the placeholder, so I can just go to upload thing. Okay, and I can just go to any of these apps, and I'm just going to go ahead and upload something. Okay. So basically, I can just go fast cross this one. Let me just go to flat icons, and I can just search for image. Like you can just check like for the image placeholder or something. Okay, I just say here placeholder. Okay, this one for the image, the one actually we used on the logo. If you remember this, we used it on the somewhere on the logo for the supplier. I think was it the suppliers or something? Not sure I use it. Yeah, it was a supplier logo. So you can just go ahead and just copy this. And then for the product, you have to give also this image. Okay. So here add default. I think just like paste this like this. Add default, we have this. So this one's going to help us. If you don't provide the image, then there will be this image as a default. So I'm just going to go ahead and run migrations for this. Otherwise, do not work. So just go ahead and then run migrations. Okay, great. So let's just go back here. So the image, even if I don't provide it, it is okay. It will create the default. Then the tax, let's say tax is not required. I'm just not going to remove it. Alert quantity, that one is required. So let's say 5. And the stock quantity is also required. Let's say provide 50 or 100 pieces. And then the price is also required. Let's say 100 maybe dollars. This one the money is going to be in UGX, but for now just say 100. And then the buying price was like 95, 490, just like this. SKU should also be in a, it's just going to be like X, uh, just like that. Product code. So I'm just going to go ahead and okay. Then now we need these things, the supplier ID, unit ID, and so on and so forth. Unit ID, and then category ID, and then the expiry date. Okay, so just get the expiry date from ChatGPT. So you can tell it here, create for me a sample expiry date or format daytime. Okay. Okay. They gave it a default here. I think this is also great. Let me just go and just do this actually. So expire date, give it default so that we make it a default. So The expiry date must be of that format. So I'm just going to go here and put it just like that. For purposes of helping us when we are just testing, I'm just going to do this, and let me just simply run again this to update the okay. So just go here. Let me just put the date only. So I just want this one. I'm just going to paste it. So 2025, just make this one 2026. And let me say October. Okay, just like that. So just go ahead and get the supplier ID, and so you can just go easily to the suppliers here. Get suppliers. Okay, get suppliers, you can run this and just get one of these suppliers. Just copy the ID and you can now come back to create product. This one is still saying, so just say here, create product. And I'm just going to provide the supplier ID here. So you have to put the supplier ID there. And then let's go to the unit. So you can just go to the unit and get the units. You can first run this. So just get these pieces. Create product. Just paste this. Just go to the brand. Brand. You need to get down. Let's go to the brands, and then the brand. Let's go get brands. Make sure you fetch one more time to get these ones. I want to create just one more brand. Let's create a brand called HP, since this is HP. I'm just going to create this brand here and just copy the ID. Go to create product, the brand ID. Finally, the category ID. So just go to these categories and you can just get categories. And let's just get one here. So this one is going to be electronics. Okay, and this is just like put it here. So we have all the details we need. Just going to go ahead and try to beautify this. So just going to first try this first attempt, and we see if we get any errors. And if we just succeed, then it would be nice. So send this request, and let's go ahead and look at the response. So this product was actually created. You can see we didn't provide the image, but the image was actually given. We can also look at the expiry date, the one we have just put. So this is really nice. Okay, supply and everything. So to test other things, we can create the second product. And if we just try to create this one, we're going to first get product HP is already existing. So even if we change the slug, so we just change HP laptop, and we call this one HP 32 GB laptop, 32, maybe let's just say this time we just say Lenovo. Okay, let's try like Lenovo 32 GB laptop, 32 GB. So here the slug changes, of course, is going to become Lenovo 32 GB laptop. So even if we try to change on this one, we should still get, because the barcode and other things are the same. So let's just try to send this. So you can see product SKU is already existing. So we start by SKU. So you can just go ahead and change this to VY. If we try to create one more time, we get some other, and the product code is the same. So you can just go ahead now change the product code. So here you can put 456. And then if we send this, we have one more product barcode. So you can just go ahead and change also the barcode. And let's say this one GH. And if you create, this time it is created. Okay, so you can see all those tests that we have gone through. So we have now the second product. We can just go ahead now test gate this. Maybe we could just also create one for the test. Let me just create one for the test. Here, I'm just going to say test. And then here is going also to be test. Okay, this one should be in small test. The things which I need to change is this one. Just going to add in one thing. Like, sorry. Okay. Products. And then I think everything now is okay. Let's try to create this. Okay, so the test product was created. So go here and let's get products. So here just change this to products. And here you can just say get products. Okay, just go ahead and save this and let's get them. So here you see we also have 3 products. Great. So just go here, get single. Get single. So localhost 8000. This is going to be products. If you try to fetch the non-existing product, just fetch this. Product does not exist, and this is will be get single product. So just go ahead and get just like from these products. Let's get one here. The test. Get this ID, and let's go to get single. Here, just like this. Send, and we have the test product. So let's go to the update. It should be update products. Here is going to be products. If you try to update an existing product, you can see product is not found. I'm just going to go here to this. You should let's put this. Okay. I'm just going to go and get this product on the create. Okay. We just copy this object. And let's go ahead and update. I'm just going to remove this and let's update with this one. So if we just try to update this with updated, it should just work. Updated. Okay, so you can see test updated. The product has been updated. And then we can just go ahead and delete this very product. So let me first get the ID. And we can just go ahead and just say delete product. And then you can just say here v1 products. And let's go here and get this send and success. If you just go here to get single and you try to get this, it does not exist. So we have tested all our endpoints. We have all these four we have just created and we have tested them. Nice. So the next thing now is actually to deploy this live, because now at this point I want to get this API to the hands of my teammates. They need to have not the localhost one, because we need to send an actual application, the demo, with a hosted version of the API. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have around 9 working models, and these are I think attributed to so many endpoints. If you just go to check, we have so many endpoints already working, and I think for each has its own endpoints. Now, let's go ahead and try going. We have started trying to see how we can configure this in the actual production environment. I'm not so sure if you're just going to really, like, deployment is always a scary thing, most especially if you are really going live. Like, it is really scary. One thing we can just first go and see is that we have our post install, Prisma generate, and we have all the other things. Now, I don't know anything else I need to configure, but what I'm just going to do right now is just try to go here and we figure out other the rest of the things together online. So the first thing to go and do is you can just say ray, and then I just want you to first go and say ray pricing. Like, it's good that you first look at the pricing every time you're just going to use any online thing. Try to first actually check their pricing page. Okay, it is so much helpful to first always check the pricing page here. Okay, always check the pricing page, and this is the pricing page for Ray. Why I choose this one, really, you are not going to get any other cheap plans out there. Okay, and I think you can also just see people who don't have like the plans, for instance, Versailles hosting, yes, say for instance, hosting pricing. Like, if someone is not having something like a very nice pricing plan. Like, you go to the pricing plan and then like the pricing plan is like, what are you talking about? Like, something which is like not so clear. First understand very well how much are you going to pay and how. Now for Vercel, you cannot just use it to host this one. We don't want to have any caching, or this is not going to be Vercel is always good for serverless architecture. So if you have, for instance, your Node.js working, you want it to work at serverless, and then Vercel is the best version. And we don't want any serverless or caching, simply because we want the API to be running as fast as it can when it comes to using it in React Native. So that's why I'm not considering to use Vercel for hosting this. So you're just going to use Ray for hosting this, or you could also use Heroku. I've never used the Heroku since they removed the free version. Heroku pricing, for instance. This is like really something you have to do, like, before you do anything, just get this. So you can see here they also have 5 low-cost dyno test ideas or run apps that C intermediate. Then things here just get into here. Production, they actually charge 20 per month, 25 per month. And that's why I'm just going to be using Radar because the Pro is also using this 20 at least, but you're just going to use the one of $5. Okay. So the first thing is after reaching here and you have confirmed, you need to have your Visa card already working, connected very well through your bank or any the online one. You can get the online one. You know how you pay for your things online. At least you need to have this, and we are getting serious. Most people, when it reaches this part, this is the part they all drop off. Okay, most people when it reaches like hosting something very serious and has involves paying, they get scared, and I understand because even me, I was there so many years, like I think like when I was starting like learning, every time we could reach something which involves paying, most of you haven't configured your Visa cards, or you don't even have a Visa card. If you don't have a Visa card, please just be serious because sooner or later you're going to get a client who is very serious, and it will turn out that you are the one who is not serious. So get a Visa card connected, and if you just like in Europe, I think it's very easy to set up like getting a Visa card working. In Africa, like some people really find it hard, but these days, if you just go to your bank, they will give you a Visa card you can use online. Now, one piece of advice: if you have you got this from the bank, make sure you just separate it from your actual bank account. Just create two or more bank accounts and separate the one you're going to be using online. The one you're going to be using online, online infrastructure right now, you cannot trust all your funds on that card. Okay, get a special one you're going to be using for buying things, hosting, and doing anything, so that even if at any point is compromised, you are still in safe hands. You don't keep there much money. I always have one that I use, and I don't keep there much money. In fact, I put the money that time when I want to use it in an online transaction. So I don't recommend to have the your online card to have that much money because it is even if it is secure. I'm not saying that they're going to steal your money or anything, but it's just always good that you don't leave it there just in case of anything. Okay. So for your case, I'm just going to go and open this in Brave, and I just go railway pricing, and you just be on this page. So if you don't have an account, it will look something like this. You will see here, there's all these things here, career pricing, login, and so on. So here you just go and see sign up for Railway. Now for my case, in this browser here, you can see it says deploy with hobby. You see that? So you was going to say sign up for Railway. And when you click up, just click on this $5 and it will take you here. Now I recommend you use GitHub because and make sure that the GitHub that has your code, by the way, as we're here, make sure the GitHub that has your code. And I'm just going to first of all push this code to GitHub, the one we have here. Make sure that your code you have is actually pushed to GitHub. So I'm just going to open this and I'm just going to say git add and then just add all. And of course, I just mean in the git ignore we added the env. So git add, and then we have here git commit. Okay. And you can just say completed product model, just like this. And then you can say and git push. I'm just going to push this. Just like that, and you have everything pushed. Now go back here. Now you can just go ahead and just use your GitHub. Use GitHub and the one where your project is located. Okay, that is the best version of it. So after logging in, now if it is your first time, it will not have anything, but let's just go ahead. I'm just going to say deploy. And just say here, welcome to the hub plan. And just say here, this or is online. Go to the dashboard. And now for me, you can see I have already one project that is already working. This one, I'm just going to go ahead and add a new project. I'm not sure if on the how many projects you can put on the hobby plan. I'm not so sure. So when you come here, they just ask you new project, deploy your app production, and then here you can see here we have all these things here. So just say deploy from GitHub repo. Just do this. And you can see there is one that is this one that is private. And if I just go to my GitHub and go to the repositories, and you can see the one yes I just pushed 1 minute ago. This is the one. Okay, this is my the one I want to deploy. So going back to here, did you just say go back? Deploy from GitHub. Oh, just wait. Did I just like open another instance or something? I'm just going to just come here, just say deploy. And then I'm just going to go here and click on this one. Okay. And now you can see here they're asking you to add variables. So it is good that at this point you add variables. So you can just go ahead and they will create the project and then you can just go ahead and add the variables. So I think we can copy all of them. So you say import all variables using the raw editor. So you can just use this raw editor instead of just like adding one by one. This is so tiresome. Just click on raw editor, just like this. This one is so much good because you can paste all of them at once. So just go back here and go the all the environmental here variables we have. I'm just going to remove. What did I do? Just remove all these comments from Prisma. Just clean it up. So just copy these. These are the ones we have been using and just go back here. I'm just going to go ahead and paste all these ones. Okay. So I can remove the port. I don't think you need to specify the port. The key is commented. I don't know if we just need to specify the port. So we have all these now working very nicely. You can just say update. So you can see here we have all these three variables now. So you can see here they say 7 Rails provided variables available. So they have also theirs here. You don't need to tamper with any of these ones. Okay. Uh, so we have these ones. I don't think we need even the spot. And you can just say go ahead and go back to the editor. I can just go here and edit. I'm just going to use port 8000. Maybe I think here in code we're using port index. I don't think if any a issue with the port has any problem. I don't think it has any problem. So if even if we just don't provide this or provide it, I don't think it will just matter. Let's just first leave it. And now go back to the deployments. And you can just see after updating this, after putting this one, it is saying deployed successfully. And most like if you're just like deploying the one for deploying the Node.js, it is really easy to deploy, more especially with Railway. So you can just say here deployment successful, and now Of course, we need to get more things. Like for instance, right now it seems like everything went correct. Let's go to settings. Here you have the settings. You have your repo. We have networking. And now here under networking, you see they ask you to generate the domain. So you can generate the domain, or you can even add your custom domain. They just go ahead and just generate the domain. And you can see they have generated the domain for me at port 880. I'm just going to go ahead and right click this one in this. Of course, we don't have anything on this here, but we're just going to test it in a second. Just relax. So after generating the domain, if you had your custom domain, you can just go ahead and add it. I'm just going to leave it for free. And then here, I think that's it. The build was done. Enable new build. Providers Node.js build commands. You don't need to do all these. As you can see, the start command, all these ones have just been configured already for you. Okay, so let's now go ahead and test and see if we have, for instance, slash. Remember, it was, if you go here, you could just simply get, if we just want to get, for instance, products. So you can just go here and on get products. Okay, and this is how it is. After this, we can put slash API slash something like this. So slash API is like products, and here you can see data something went wrong. So you have to make sure that we redeploy after adding the variables, I think, because it's like we actually just added the variables. I think we're supposed to redeploy or something. Mm, just come like here on view logs. I don't know if we can we just like redeploy this. I just like go ahead and just like say redeploy, and deploy started. And why I'm just redeploying to see that we work with the environmental variables because they're the ones which are configuring the database. Okay, we redeploy. I just want to go and see if this is successful or not. Apply 3 changes, details. Okay, here we have 3 variables. Deploy changes. Actually, here there is deploy changes. When you see these 3 changes, even me, I'm just like learning from here. So you can just see here we had the 3 changes that we made on the one we added the variable. So when you see here some changes, go ahead and again deploy. And here it is building. Yeah, so yeah, this is like I think my third project deploying on this uh on Rayray. So you can see it is still here deploying, and yeah. So you can just see here, and it has been just, I think it has gone through here. If you just see this check, deployment was successful. Okay, so let's just go ahead now, go back here and check. Okay, application failed. I think the link, did the link change? Let's just go and just check these settings. I'm just going to close this. Okay, deploy completed product model. You can see here this one, deployment, go to settings, and let me just make sure I have this working. So IPS, either you can just like edit this also. I'm just going to just say, for instance, IPS API, just like this. Mm, yes, okay. I think IPS, I don't know if this one is unique. Seems like to be too short. Inventory, just call it maybe inventory API. I'm just like try to name it this name. Enter the port your app is listening on. So I don't know. Okay, not available. Mm-hmm. How about the IPOS? IPOS. Okay, so this one is actually just is the IPOS API is there. Now, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to change the port because if I just like, I will just go ahead, first of all, update this. And then for the port, here for the port, um, for the port, for the port, they're saying port 880. So one thing I could just do, I could put 3000 because, or I could just copy this very port and then I just go to variables and let me just edit this to this here. Let's update and let's deploy. Okay. We go to deployments and here just it is building. And this one automatically uses, I think, Docker when you just apply this. And of course, the good thing with this, every time we make some changes this side in our API, it will automatically deploy. Just like the way you see Vercel. Okay, deployment successful. Good settings, and I think now we should just like be able to copy this link. Let me just go here and put this. If you just go like this, it should just give us this slash cannot gate. But if we just say, for instance, put this stroke, okay, so we have to have stroke API, stroke V1, stroke products. Come on. Yes, yes. So you can see here now, our API is working and it is live. This is really nice. So if we just go here and we go to categories, just like this, you can just see we have the two categories. If we just go to brands, you can see we have three brands, HP and all these ones. This is really, really nice. I'm happy. If you have issues reaching this point, most especially the parts have not shown you the one for paying. The one for the paying, if I couldn't show you because I already have this one configured. Now I don't have any other GitHub account configured it with, but when you just go this side and maybe you just add this one, they will take you to payment. After adding the GitHub here, they will take you to payment, and then you can just like pay. And after paying, they will take you to the dashboard, and then you proceed with the process I've shown you. The good thing here, you're using only one service. Yeah, the MongoDB we are putting our own in the environmental variables, and that's why it is working so easily. But if you're working with Postgres, then you would have it added as a service. Okay, so everything right now is video. Okay, and let me just go ahead. So we have now our working API. If I go back here and we add something, let me first check the time. For instance, it is 56. If we just went and added anything, it will automatically make deployments this side. Okay, the deployments, I think they have to be automatic. I think so. They must be automatic. I'm just going to go ahead and make some changes and we see if this becomes automatic. Maybe we could just create one more model. Let me go here. So now I want to go to the models. We have actually all these models right now working. Okay. We have all these models working. And now we have to the which one can we create? We can create the ones for the sales. I think at this point, let me just stop here. We'll just proceed in the next episode when we are creating others, most like sales and orders. Now that we have finished making a product, we can proceed to sales and orders, and that's when we're just going to see the next. And we'll see that in the next episode. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.